Still here in the Enclave.
Why do you keep changing the logo on your armor?
I haven't decided on which one I'm happiest with.
Oh my god. You're gonna get a shot.
But this particular time, I'm wearing the Institute logo, because,
Yeah, and that's gonna get a shot.
I suspect we might need to infiltrate the Institute soon.
General.
Remember what the Senator said, Captain. Getting into the Institute is our highest priority. If they're able to create these synths that are indistinguishable from humans, they pose an unparalleled threat to us and our plans.
Well, there's no need to worry, because I already found some schematics.
Mike found a bunch of schematics. You found schematics?
Yeah, we don't have to tell him where I got them.
Where did you find those?
I was doing some stuff over the weekend. I have a life outside of you, you know.
Excuse me?
He found schematics to a thing. These look like they're from a refrigerator.
There is no sense in me looking at them. I wouldn't understand a word on there.
I don't either.
Excellent work, Captain. I knew we could rely on you. There isn't enough space or power to build this device here, but there is a suitable alternative. We have been occupying the Army Depot. There are plenty of supplies and, more importantly, space there. I'll have Myers meet you there. Hand him the plans and get this built.
You know, now that I'm looking at that holster, it doesn't make any sense how that holster would stay on there. Because, like, it goes up to here on the collar, and then this is where the fabric, like, folds over, right? Which means that it can't continue up this way? Oh, no, come back. I'm not done looking at that. This strap of the holster is going up to here and then just terminating under the collar. It theoretically should continue all the way up over his right shoulder.
Honestly,
theoretically, following the line of where the collar is.
I thought about that earlier, but then I thought, no, I'm overthinking this. I'm sure it makes sense.
The General's holster is stupid. That's all I'm saying.
Alright.
The General's holster is oh, look, he likes making model kits in his spare time.
Well, that one's gotta have a hobby.
That's a neat little model kit. That's really high detail. Dang.
Yeah.
He spent a lot of time on that one. Look, he even got the water slide decals to work properly. At least they're not the rub-on decals. Fuck those things.
It's been a long time since I built model anything.
Oh, rub-on decals are the worst. I hate rub-on decals. I mean, water slide decals are a pain, but at least they're not rub-on.
I haven't seen you building a lot of models recently.
I do it in my spare time.
Okay.
I spend more time working on weapons. It's just, you know, when there aren't any weapons to fix, I'm like, yeah, we'll put a model kit together. We'll slap some Gundams together. Why not? Engage in a little gunpla.
Surprising that you still enjoy manhandling firearms, because you made that your job, and they say once you make your hobby your job, it starts to lose its luster. Did that not affect you?
Oh, no. See, the way I get around that is I just work on weapons that aren't part of my job. I'll just go grab a Beretta 92 and just rip that thing apart and put it back together, and then it makes me really happy.
I understand. You don't get bored because you keep things varied.
Yeah, I work on some different guns.
Okay.
Like this thing.
Whatever the hell that AK is.
Yeah, I took one of those communist weapons that I found, and I converted it to use plasma ammo.
As any good Enclave soldier would.
Yeah, so now it fires plasma projectiles.
Yeah.
I got sick of the plasma projectiles not moving fast enough. They really don't move fast enough. So what I found a way to do was impart each projectile with a small amount of plasma energy. You're getting a kinetic projectile, which explodes in a burst of plasma.
As long as the enemy dies, I'm sure the Enclave doesn't mind what you use.
By including this laser and plasma induction device, I have turned this normal AK-47, which apparently is at the 300-meter setting. I need to move that back to 0. I don't know why it's on 300. But by including it on there, I have now turned this normal AK into a plasma AK.
It does the job, yeah.
I just attached the word Elysium to it because I thought it looked cool. Definitely not because I just copied the Weta Workshop design that they used for the movie Elysium. It's a completely different thing, totally unrelated. It definitely isn't that. It's just that I thought the name Elysium sounded cool.
As somebody who doesn't watch movies, I didn't suspect anything, but now I do.
Also, I put a red dot sight on it, specifically because the AK sights suck.
That looks like a yellow dot sight.
I'm just using the term red dot as a catch-all. It's a reflex type sight.
If you call it a red dot, but it's not red, that's a misnomer. It's very misleading.
That's just what you call them. Even red dots that are green are just called red dot sights.
Not by me. What did the general task us to do? Oh yeah, bring the blueprints to somebody who could look at them.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to bring them to someone that actually understands how to do shit.
who would have that? Who would know how to do things?
Chief Engineer Myers knows how to do stuff.
Sure, and I trust him more than the crazy doctor.
I really hate the Fallout 4 assault rifle. There's a lot they could have done. Like, okay, it's designed for people in power armor. Then why isn't it bigger and belt-fed?
And chunkier. Well, yeah, they did that eventually.
Make it bigger and make it belt-fed. And then it makes sense if it's for people in power armor. If it's not for people in power armor, why is it so bulky? And why is it side magazine fed?
I don't know.
It's weird because it's like, it's a bunch of different features of guns all slapped together. This cylindrical part on the front is indicative of early Maxim guns because you've got like, you had a very thin barrel on the inside of it, and then the entire barrel was surrounded by water, which helped keep it cool.
Isn't it a bit strange that we don't use water cooling all that often? It's more common to, for example, swap out the barrel.
It's just how technology's evolved, because carrying around a lot of water is a pain in the ass.
That's true, water is surprisingly heavy.
And water is incredibly heavy, it's a pain in the ass, it gets everywhere. If someone accidentally shoots your water can, now you don't have the thing to cool your machine gun. It's a lot easier just to make a thicker barrel that you change out every, like, 500 rounds or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, like, the barrel is offset, which is, again, indicative of, like, an early Maxim machine gun. Because on early Maxim machine guns, the barrel was not centered. But then the front of the jacket, how it tapers down a little bit, is indicative of a Lewis gun. The same thing for these cooling fins on the back. And the Lewis gun was different because the Lewis gun wasn't water-cooled. The Lewis gun was air-cooled. So it's got the vents on the back from a Lewis gun, and the tapered barrel shroud on the front from a Lewis gun. But then the barrel is offset as if it's a Maxim gun. So, like, what's the point of the cooling shroud on the back? The grip and trigger scream like Sterling machine gun, or submachine gun to me. And then you have the plastic handguard off of an M249 with extra material added to the back of it. And then the receiver, the front of the receiver from an M249.
And that, the barrel handle on the right side there.
And then, yeah, you've got, like, the carry handle off of a bunch of... a lot of machine guns have that carry handle. But then, like, there's the cocking handle on this side of the gun. This is off of, like, a Madsen, or Masson, if you're pronouncing it the correct way. And then, like, I don't know what the hell this receiver is. Like, it's so wide. It's so wide.
Yeah, it's chunky.
It doesn't need to be that wide. The stock is just weird. A lot of times they'll do something kind of like this on machine gun stocks, or sometimes even on sniper rifles, and the whole point is when you have it in a position, you can reach with your supporting hand backwards and brace it on the stock.
So that's what the divot there is for.
But then why is there like an oiler bottle in it? I don't understand why this gun is the way it is. Why does it feed from magazines? It doesn't make any sense. It should be belt-fed.
There's also a little hole.
Why is it called the assault rifle when clearly it's supposed to be a light machine gun? Those are two completely different things. A light machine gun is not an assault rifle. And then the trigger has got like the weirdest flat rectangular trigger shoe on it. This lever looks like it's about to fall off the side of the gun, and it's on there for no reason. Nothing about this gun makes sense. I don't know what they were going for when they designed this. It looks like they covered a Lewis gun barrel in glue, threw it into a barrel of gun parts, and just shook it around a bunch, and then whatever came out attached to it, they were like, yep, that'll work.
Okay.
That's perfect. It doesn't make any sense to me.
It is beyond my comprehension as well. But as we all know, the pre-war government could do no wrong, so maybe it made sense to them.
And it's like, clearly that tube coming off the side is meant to be the gas tube. It's not a water recirculation tube, it's meant to be the gas tube. In which case, they added, that's so much complexity for no reason. For absolutely no reason. That is so much complexity. Maybe I could understand if this was like a design by committee thing. I mean, like, maybe if it's like the Gewehr 1888 commission rifle, kind of like that design by committee where it's just a bunch of bullshit that was all thrown together, I could understand it. But like, even that still looks like a functional gun.
As opposed to this,
As opposed to this thing that looks like an air fryer with a 249 handguard stuck to it.
My theory is that the weapon is so complex to deter any of our enemies from picking it off the battlefield and using it against us.
That's not a thing, though. That's really not a thing.
Well, I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know either.
God, it's so bad. It's so bad. Anyway, alright, that's enough ranting about that, I guess.
It's like, look at a car crash.
It's horrible.
I mean, it kind of resembles a car crash, all that twisted metal together.
God, stop making me look at it! Look, fucking terrible.
So Chief Engineer Myers over here at this Army Depot.
We'll talk to Chief Engineer Myers and give him these schematics.
All right. Let's see what the commotion is all about. What is it we're building, anyway?
I don't know what any of this stuff is. I just got these plans. Mike just got these plans.
Okay, I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't... Did you get a kid to draw this or something? Molecular transmission, RF waves, smart, very, very smart. Well, this definitely explains how the Institute can be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Looks like if we build this right, it'll hijack someone's return signal and nab you instead.
So we can get teleported to the Institute.
Alright, that sounds impressive. Can you build it, though?
I keep a 200-year-old oil rig afloat. I maintain 2 nuclear reactors. I almost single-handedly run an enormous factory, so... maybe. I need a little more time to decipher all this. But I think you can get started with the stabilized reflector platform. Should have what we need to build it in the warehouse.
How are you supposed to use that grinding wheel? Are you supposed to lay on the floor and reach up into it? Look how low it is to the ground. What?
Maybe it turns, I don't know.
Let me know when you built the platform.
Leave it inside.
Stabilized reflector platform. Okay.
Right here.
Put it right there.
And now we gotta power it with a generator, probably.
I just fixed guns, man. Why are you making me do this? Myers, help. Myers, help.
Wait, why are you trying to attach the cables without turning off the generator first? That thing is sparking.
Myers, help me. Help me.
Got that platform built yet?
I mean, there's a giant metal pizza sitting on the ground now, so yeah.
Well, I'm not sure it's meant to look like that, but it'll have to do. I've written down the remaining things we'll need to get this thing built.
Can you explain how this thing is supposed to work?
Beats me. Oh, you're serious. All right. So, this interceptor is made up of 4 main components.
Oh, I didn't actually want you to explain it. The control console has been the control console's wired to the red thing. The red thing is wired to the electrocuting Myers. Electrocuting Myers is not a good thing.
Let's pull this out a little bit more, because we got something to attach to it first. And then the molecular beam emitter. And a relay dish, why not?
And then the relay dish.
Just cram all this stuff out here. Oh, it's working. Ooh, it's blue. Can we change the color? I like the red LEDs better.
Hey.
I think we're good to go. But General Wood will want to talk to you before we start. I'll let him know you're on your way.
So all the way back to the oil rig. It's not like you can communicate with us over a phone or anything.
Yeah. No, the phone is reserved specifically for the senator.
What was that one called
Someone's...
again? Oh, it's... I can't remember the name. I know I've heard it before. Bongo, Bango, something.
Boingo boingo.
Bango bongo. Oh, for the love of... Will you guys shut up already?
Need to stop beating this dead horse, admit it won't work, and move on. This is a terrible...
That is enough, Colonel. You are completely out of line.
Morgan, I have heard your concerns. I assure you I will take them on board. Now get out.
Wow.
Damn, what the...
The colonel, picking a fight with the general and the senator, apparently.
What just happened?
Not now.
Okay, that's fine.
She's not in the mood to talk.
She's understandably so.
So, hey.
I knew we could count on you, Captain. Are you ready to put the signal interceptor to the test?
Would it be insubordinate to ask what you were arguing about?
Yes, it would.
Oh, okay.
Now, I have confidence in Chief Engineer Myers' abilities, but I'd be lying if I said this wasn't risky. If luck is on our side, you'll arrive at the Institute, and our mission will begin.
So what are we doing while we're there? Just pulling wires and breaking things?
Yeah, what are the details of my mission?
I want a list with the names, titles, and occupations of every key person in there. Secondly, I want you to keep your eyes open for anything that might help us with the oil rig's power issues, schematics, leads, and so on. Lastly, do not, under any circumstances, raise the alarm. We do not want to make enemies of them, at least not yet. Any questions?
I'm not exactly the best at infiltration. How am I supposed to do that?
The Institute are going to know you're there the moment you arrive. I see one of two possibilities. Either they will attempt to apprehend you immediately, or they will entertain your presence to a point. We're hoping for the latter.
It's not a good plan.
Right now, all I'm looking for is a clear picture of who leads what. If you can, simply talk to personnel that appear to be in charge. Then return that information to me.
Why are you telling him?
If any suspicions are raised, then the mission will be a failure. Try to keep things from escalating.
Is there anything else I should know, General?
Ah, yes, that abomination. There is indeed a possibility that you will find her, or her current whereabouts.
Who?
Once you're in the Institute, keep an eye out for any leads.
What?
Abomination?
Oh, his daughter. I think he's talking about his daughter.
Oh, he called his daughter the Abomination?
Well, because she's a synth.
Oh.
It's not actually his daughter.
Right.
It's a synth. She's a synth clone, so that's what he's referring to.
I completely forgot about that. I'm sure you haven't, General. You were probably traumatized.
Yeah.
Find Vanessa and put her down. I can't stand the thought of that abomination. Good luck, Captain.
I mean, we'll just pretend I saluted first and he just didn't salute me unprompted.
Yes. And also, he didn't salute because you're inside, so he wouldn't be saluting.
Well, I mean, if it was like a ceremony for a thing, then yeah, I could understand that.
It wasn't really a ceremony. It was a mission briefing.
No, it was just a mission briefing. Can I go talk to Colonel Whitehill?
Possibly.
Where'd she go, though?
That's even cooler at night. Yeah.
Yeah, look how cool. Oh, wait. Oh, hey, there she is.
Colonel!
What was that argument all about?
Don't worry about that. Anyway, I wanted to see the signal interceptor at work, and wish you good luck with your operation. A lot hinges on it.
Well, thank you very much, Colonel Whitehill. I will do my best to stay safe. I really don't know why they're sending me in there. It just seems kind of not smart. I mean, yeah, I turned an AK into a plasma weapon, but that's, you know...
It's evidence that you know how technology works.
I guess. Hey.
All right, bud. I've checked her over and over. I think she's ready as she'll ever be. How about you?
Can we test it first? Can I, like, put a muffin in there or something?
Yeah, we really oughta, but we can't. This code you got's only good for use. We've only got one shot.
Only good for what?
So, are you filled with confidence yet?
No, absolutely I'm not, but alright, let's go.
So, I guess just stand up on that there platform. I'll see about getting a lock on a signal.
Good luck.
This isn't gonna, like, sterilize me or anything, right? I'll probably be able to, like, have kids later or something, right?
Somebody else's, maybe.
Can I go to the workbench and make, like, a lead diaper really quick?
Alright, well, it's fine. We can just teleport you right on in.
Okay. Let me just get everything dialed in here.
I'll be right behind you, or maybe I won't. I don't know.
No faults reported.
Hi, Colonel.
Sit tight. Going to start scanning frequencies. Holy cow! Getting a lot of spikes here. Oh, come on! Settle down!
I can't see what you're doing.
All right.
I should have built this differently.
Might take a couple of moments to lock onto the signal. I almost forgot. I'm sure Ward told you, but we're hoping to get a lot of info out of the Institute. I've got this here holotape for you. If you could insert it into any Institute terminal you find and run it, it would be a big help.
Okay.
Just hand it back after you've done that, and I'll do the rest. Oh my god, it's done it! We've locked onto a signal. RF looking nominal. I'm going to start the emitter.
I'm deeply concerned, and I'm feeling like an itching on my scalp. Is that normal? Is any of this normal?
A lot of sparks coming off the top of that, landing in your hair.
Oh, this is not good. I don't think it's the sparks. It's a different kind of itching.
2,
Like my brain itches?
1.
Happy New Year!
Good luck, Captain.
Is it normal for my brain to itch? Booba. That fish man is just like, booba.
I like it.
Boobies.
You know, lizard. I'm a lizard person, so the females of my species don't have boobies, but I like the boobies.
And the lady was just like, look, if you want me to pretend that, like, I'm being abducted by the fish man, oh no, that's gonna be an extra 300.